What's going on? It's time for the Saturday night episode of the Hill Shadows podcast. My name is Jeremiah and
Ashley.
is with me. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and if you'd like to contact us regarding anything strange or paranormal, please email us at hillshadowsky@yahoo.com. And send us any stories you might have. We'll be happy to share them on one of the episodes. This is our fourth episode. The last episode, we went over the Dogman. Before that, we covered our favorite topic, Bigfoot. And we started off with the Hopkinsville Goblins. Would you like to tell them what tonight's topic is? Because
Sure. Tonight is just skinwalkers.
the Skinwalker.
Yeah, skinwalker. Yeah.
Okay, so
It's,
you want to start off?
well, in Navajo culture,
Okay.
a skinwalker is believed to be a harmful witch who has the ability to possess or disguise themselves as an animal. So other like Native Americans, I'm trying to figure. I have a lot wrote down. Believe them to be. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm sorry.
So I'll just start by giving a small background on the
Well-
subject matter. Okay.
Yeah, but okay, let me say this first though, because they, like their culture believes that they could be like a demonic shapeshifter, that most Native Americans won't even mention, like won't even say like the SW word, because they believe that by doing so, they will make them more likely to see them.
Yeah, I came across a lot of that where they were very reluctant to speak about the topic to anyone who wasn't Navajo, right?
Right, outsiders.
So so that's one reason people have had a hard time getting information on this topic. And I don't know if I can pronounce this right, but in the Navajo language, Yi Now Du She translates to by means of it goes on all fours. And let's see, the most common variety seen in horror fiction by non-Navajo people is one of several varieties of skinwalkers in Navajo culture. Specifically, I know I can't pronounce that. They are a type of Antini. Says Navajo witches, including skinwalkers, represent the antithesis of Navajo cultural values, while community healers and cultural workers are known as medicine men and women, or by other positive nurturing terms in the local indigenous language. Witches are seen as evil, performing twisted ceremonies and manipulating magic in a perversion of the good works medicine people traditionally perform. In order to practice their good works, traditional healers learn about both good and evil magic. Most can handle the responsibility, but some people can become corrupt and choose to become witches. The legend of the skinwalkers is not well understood outside of Navajo culture, both due to reluctance to discuss the subject with outsiders, as well as those from outside the culture lacking the lived experience Native commentators feel is needed to understand the lore. Traditional Navajo people are reluctant to reveal skinwalker lore to non-Navajos or to discuss it at all among those they do not trust. Adrienne Keene, Cherokee Nation activist and founder of the blog Native Appropriations, has written in response to non-Navajos incorporating the legends into their writing that when this is done, and I'm quoting, "We as Native people are now opened up to a barrage of questions about these beliefs and traditions. But these are not things that need or should be discussed by outsiders at
Right.
all. I'm sorry if that seems unfair, but that's how our culture survives. And that's a little bit of a background on, the
So
topic.
a lot of they, from what I've researched, so it's even like amongst themselves. Like it's not only just outsiders that
But
they
I just
won't
don't
discuss
like
it.
talking
It's in
about it.
general because their belief is that even to speak about the beings is not only bad luck, but the chance of encountering one becomes much more likely.
Yeah, I believe I spoke to you about this topic earlier in the week, and you had brought this up to me. Like, by even discussing this, we are perhaps putting
Yeah,
ourselves at
so
risk.
that's why earlier I said the SW
I'm okay.
because I don't want to encounter one.
I'm okay
I have
with
no
being
desire
a
for that.
big little worm on a big hook, I suppose.
The while talking about native, so
Right.
the Pueblo people and Apache, um, they have their own legends about the Skinwalker. Some believe that they're born of a benevolent medicine man who abuses indigenous magic for evil. The medicine man is then given mythical powers of evil that vary from tradition to tradition. But the one power that is almost always mentioned is the ability to turn into or possess, okay, to turn into or possess an animal or person. Um, and then other traditions say or believe that a man, woman, or child can become a skinwalker if they were to commit like some kind of deep-seated taboo.
Interesting.
Yeah, there was something within that. Oh yeah, okay. So this is interesting to me that they could have the ability to turn into or just possess an animal or human.
So
You know what I mean? Like think about that. Like if you know what I mean? Like how does one possess you? Like what does like it's not that you just can encounter one, but some believe that they can possess you.
So, I'm reading a little bit on scarenormal.com, and here it says that according to the Navajo, a skinwalker can be of either gender, is a shaman or a witch, as we discussed, and can shapeshift into animals using dead animal skins, I guess.
Yes, the pelt.
The people who choose to become skinwalkers are of pure evil and choose to use their power to instill fear, inflict pain, and for the right price even cause the death of certain individuals. Often these skinwalkers usually seek out to increase their own wealth and the insatiable lust for power, so sometimes they create deals with healers to charge the victim a fee where the skinwalker and healer then split the earnings. Interesting.
Yeah, is I think I read somewhere that that's that maybe they became greedy or something and killed off their own like when they were witches still.
So as far as you were,
Hold on, my cat's going crazy.
you
I'm
had
sorry.
mentioned the pelts. So says the pelt of the wolf, dog, and coyote gives them increased stamina, acute nocturnal vision, enhanced hearing, enhanced sense of smell, and endurance to travel across long distances, greater than normal animals. So maybe we should try the pelts of these animals. I don't know.
You think we should wear the pelt of an animal?
Perhaps, I don't
I'm
know.
good on that one.
Says the pelt of a cougar grants the user great speed, agility, and stealth. The form of an owl or crow grants the user with increased vision, razor sharp claws, and the ability to fly without alerting people of their presence. In Navajo culture, it is taboo to wear any animal pelts.
See?
The only recorded use of hides are from two animals, the pelts of a sheep and the buck, which are both used only for ceremonial purposes. Says, however, there is only one pelt the skinwalker is unable to use, and that is the pelt of a goose.
Why?
Some say that it could be the attitude of the bird that blocks the path to use the pelt. Geese are also great alarms to alert those from nearby skinwalkers. It is talked about that powerful skinwalkers have the power to steal the body of its victim by only locking eyes with them.
Oh yeah, Yeah, I read about
The
this.
Skinwalker can control that person and become them at will. Once it controls you, it has complete control and has the power to make the victim do things they normally wouldn't do. However, the victim can break out of the trance by having a stronger willpower than the attacker. The Navajos seldom talk about skinwalkers, as we discussed earlier, for fear that may appear to them, as you said, as they believe if you talk about them, they will appear to you. A skinwalker may try to frighten, harm, or kill its victim by trying to break into their home, by taking advantage of the small opening above that provides ventilation by using corpse powder, which is dried human bones.
Ah.
Corpse powder is known in the Navajo community to cause sickness and death, and it is used by witches or skinwalkers to curse their victims.
Oh my.
Now, as far as knowing whether or not you're dealing with a skinwalker, what kind of signs of a skinwalker, like what are behaviors? What do they do? Like, how would you know? You got some crazy stuff going on outside, you know it's not right. How do you know you're dealing with a skinwalker? What's the signs?
I don't know. Something about, so a lot of them are deformed looking, right? Like there's something off about them. Oh, also a smell, a terrible odor.
That's something that we keep coming back to, it seems
Yeah,
like, right?
It seems like I read somewhere that maybe a lot of times there's like a naked human that's maybe will be screaming for help or something. Something just bizarre, right? Like it's just very out of place.
Not normal.
Yeah. Let's see.
So basically, I'm seeing that they stalk, frighten, and kill anyone who crosses its path. Before encountering one, people are often unprepared and vulnerable, as most people are when you encounter anything like that.
Right. Oh,
So
they say also pay attention to your dreams as well. If like a particular animal keeps coming to you in your dream, or like you dream of being stalked, maybe that's like a possibility of that you've encountered one.
And I see that some other signs of one would be like finding dead animal pelts surrounding the area, and it says including the heavy smell of dead animals, which says some describe the smell metallic and unpleasant to the senses. It says when stalking or trying to frighten their victim, they tend to make strange noises like banging on the walls and windows of a home, knocking on the door, scraping, jumping on the roof, trying to get inside. While all this is happening, it's advised to not look outside the window. So take this advice, guys. You might see the skinwalker standing outside, looking inside, staring at you.
Just don't make eye contact.
If you happen to catch a glimpse of the face, you will notice a creepy smile, evidently. So that's even scarier. And it looks like if you choose, you can even become a skinwalker. Is that right? Is there a way to become a skinwalker?
It seems.
I don't know if anybody out there is interested from what we've talked about, but if so, I can tell you how to do just that. You must commit the most horrendous crime.
Yes.
You must murder a close relative. Then I do not suggest anyone do this. The person who desires to be a skinwalker must have the heart of pure evil to the core, and you must not care for anybody but yourself, because these things are pure evil. They don't care about anything but themselves. And apparently at night they gather in a dark cave where they can't be seen and plan their attacks or initiate new members. And in these gatherings they have feasts of their victims. They create illness potions of their victims' bones. They perform dark ceremonial rites that mock the traditional Navajo ceremonies. When on the Navajo reservation, one can look out into the mountains in the distance and sometimes see a lone fire.
I've heard about this.
And if you ever find yourself in a spot, you're dealing with a skinwalker, you maybe just realized it is a skinwalker maybe you're dealing with. You need to get rid of it.
Well,
here is how you can possibly kill it. Right? Do you have any use? I hear you
yeah,
did tell me
I
something
did.
about this earlier, so I'll let you take this.
It says that, so they're reported to be nearly impossible to kill, except with the
Fun.
bullet or knife like dipped in white ash.
I see
Now,
also silver bullets.
oh, well, I didn't find anything about silver bullet, but within Native American, like a lot of them say something about white ash.
And it says another option is if you know the identity of the Skinwalker, and you can say whatever the name is of the Skinwalker, you are a Skinwalker. Say it was you to destroy it, or destroy one named Ashley. I would say, Ashley, you are a Skinwalker. Clearly you're not, because you're still with me right now. So, and the Navajo say within 3 days the Skinwalker will fall terribly ill and die. So hopefully, hopefully, if you have to take one out that way, it's gonna take you 72 hours. So you might want to run right after you say it, because you're gonna have 3 days of it still being alive.
Listen though, for those that are encountering one, and you are trying to kill it with the the white ash, it's not just like white ash. It's white ash is a type of tree.
So, to successfully defeat one, you'll probably need the aid of a shaman who knows counter spells that can counter the Skinwalker's black magic. However, often these shamans charge a large fee if you decide to go that route. If you decide you want to shoot a Skinwalker, the person who decides to shoot might find their gun jammed, or if the rounds do fire, they have no effect at all. And that's only, of course, if it's not silver and hasn't been dipped in white ash. While trying to kill one, you must aim above the neck and for the head while it's still in animal form. If you shoot it anywhere below the neck, then the bullet will pass through the Skinwalker, leaving it unharmed. I must add, if you wound it, then the wound will show up in its human's form, making it easier to identify who the Skinwalker is. So, say you get into it with one, and you're not able to take it out. It gets away. Well, you might run into that guy at the supermarket or something and see him all scratched up where you hurt the Skinwalker, so you can ID
Even
it, right?
in their human form, they're supposed to still have an animalistic look about them. Like, I don't know that they ever look fully human. Supposedly. I don't know how true that is.
I'm also seeing that there's...
Go ahead. I want to tell you about something after this.
There's more to the killing one by saying his name than I
Oh,
thought.
okay. Go.
Evidently, you have to also track it back to its home and yell for all to hear.
How in the world is one...
And to make things more complicated, they're also reputed as being highly secretive. So, if you do learn its name, you might not learn where it lives. So.
Okay, so while talking about killing one, I think I don't know. So everybody knows about Skinwalker Ranch, right? Most people do.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
So the original...
They should, anyway.
And I found an article that in 1996, the Desert News published an article titled Frequent Flyers, where it was about the family that in Utah that owned Skinwalker Ranch originally.
Right.
Who was traumatized by an experience with the supposed creature. That also included cattle mutilations and disappearances, UFO sightings, and crop circles. One of their cattles were... Actually, Terry and Gwen Sherman was the name of the people. And they had seen a UFO hovering above the property, and one of their cows died. Well, no, I'm sorry. 7 of their cows died or disappeared. One was found with a hole cut in its left eyeball, and then another had its rectum carved out, But anyways, that just kind of was what was in the article. But it went on to say that one night after living on the ranch for 18 months, the family had its most terrifying encounter. The owner, Terry Sherman, the father, was out walking his dogs around the ranch when he encountered a wolf, but not any ordinary wolf. It was supposedly 3 times larger than any normal wolf, had glowing red eyes. Terry shot it 3 times close range, and the creature stood unfazed. They end up selling the ranch, and then several of the new owners experienced eerily similar encounters with the creature. And now, everybody, it became a hub for paranormal research and was renamed Skinwalker Ranch.
We'll get into that another day. That's something I definitely like to talk about in depth. Yeah, that's But as far as like how it got the name Skinwalker Ranch,
that's the article. That's what the article said.
Yeah, that's
because you're talking about
they've
killing
spotted
them. He did in fact shoot one close range 3 times.
Like large wolf-looking things, right?
It was a large wolf. That's what Skinwalker. That's the most common form that a Skinwalker takes.
Right.
Is a wolf.
I find that fascinating, along with the rest of the activity that goes there too. I think it's interesting. So, I guess we should tell you guys also, if you can't kill it, or maybe you don't want to kill it, you're not confrontational, you're a passive kind of person, maybe you're a little emo, whatever. We'll give you some remedies, right? There's got to be remedies to help you keep these things away.
You know them?
I know one.
I don't know anything about them.
I know one. And I've got...
Don't talk about them.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Don't do what we're doing. Do not do what we're doing. One thing you can do is you can get ash from a fire that you create and place the ash along the doorways to keep skinwalkers away. That's one way.
Yeah, prayer, bless your home.
Obviously,
I did read that, saging your home, to the typical things you would to cleanse your home from a bad spirit.
So basically, if you could go to a good medicine man and they know a lot of knowledge on how to remove and cast the spell back on the skinwalker, once the spell is removed, then you have the option to send it back on the skinwalker. So, tit for tat. The skinwalker or witch will then be liable to the effects of their own evil magic. So how about putting your foot in your mouth? In most of the anti-witching spells, a good medicine man is able to bring up the face of the witch and will then be able to tell the witch that they have been exposed. Now that is a good medicine man. Seeking a good medicine man to advert skinwalkers is obviously very important. You want a good one that will be able to create a barrier surrounding the home where the person intends to keep the skinwalkers away. And, just that, use common sense. When you're dealing with skinwalkers, use common sense, Don't,
Sorry, our cat got in.
Don't poke at the bear if you don't want to feel the wrath, There are weird things out there, people. They don't, obviously, they don't tell us everything about everything. And, we don't always see everything because, 99% of us aren't even looking. So I personally have never seen a skinwalker or don't believe that I've encountered a skinwalker. Have you ever encountered a skinwalker?
No.
But who knows, man? We're talking about it, so we might have a different story to tell you next week.
I don't suppose. Not. I know. I've seen a few things in my little 37 years here. I don't know what they were, though. A couple of them.
That's me too. I don't think any of the times I've seen stuff that I could really say for certain what it was.
Right.
So I guess.
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
There's been a couple times that I've had encounters like I've talked about before that I don't really know what it is, and I guess I couldn't rule that out entirely because I don't know, right? But
I mean, there's one that I do know what it was, and it was really weird for me, especially when I saw the documentary about it, because I saw this thing when I was like 3.
You're talking about the
Shadow Man.
The Hat Man.
The Hat Man. Shadow looking man with a hat on and a long trench coat.
I've never seen any.
I never knew what to call him. The Hat. I didn't know there was a name for him until we were watching some documentary. I don't know, a few years back. And I heard them describe what these people were seeing. It was like, oh my. Like, it just brought back some really, really scary sleepless nights for me. Like, so scared I couldn't scream for my parents. Like, it was absolutely horrible. And it wasn't just me that saw it. Like, both sisters saw it. And I remember, like, as a kid, like my mom wanted to come sleep in the room with us so she could see it. I remember telling her, like, you can't see it. You're a grown-up. Like, for some reason, like, I just think she couldn't see it because she was a grown-up. And she never did. She never saw it. But there was a lot of weird stuff that happened in that house.
Maybe we could do an episode on the Hat Man. I know you told me you were scared to do one on shadow people.
Yeah, it's that. I mean,
I'm not scared of shadow people.
I don't know. I just don't want to ever have to relive through anything like in that house again. I can't do it. I mentally can't do it again.
Guys, I think we pretty much wrapped up all I had to talk about Skinwalkers. That's like we discussed. That's something they're very they don't like to talk about to outsiders. So there's not a lot of information out there on it.
Yeah, there's not.
If you guys have any suggestions for topics you'd like us to cover in upcoming episodes, feel free to comment, or like I said earlier, shoot us an email at hillshadowsky@yahoo.com.
Or if you have your own Skinwalker encounter,
yeah,
it would be awesome to hear about that.
We'd love to hear about that. And we'll definitely share any stories you guys send us. Make sure you subscribe. If you're not subscribed, we do these every weekend. We'll have these on here Saturday. We're also going to have something new we're going to be doing once a week called Campfire Stories, or we may rename it something a little better than that. That's just like off the top of my head. But it's just something else we're going to be doing once a week. This is a little short thing where we'll go over just one story a week. You don't want to miss that, so subscribe. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. Go back and check our other podcast episodes out, because it's, same stuff. We're just talking about different things.
And we're also really new to this right now. So with time, I mean, it's going to get better, right? We've got to kind of get into it more.
I'll tell you what, the quality might get better, the production might get better, and hopefully we'll become better people, but we're going to be the same people. So if you like us, we love you. If you don't, keep moving. But I hope you do. And I hope you subscribe. I hope you stick with us, and I look forward to sharing more with you guys in the coming weeks. And this has been Jeremiah and
Ashley
with Hill Shadows, where we bring you everything about the strange and paranormal. Until we see you guys again next week, you guys be blessed and stay alert out there. Keep your eyes open.
And don't make eye contact with any skinwalkers.
That's right. We'll see you guys then.